Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How's it going today? Hope you're having a good day here so far. Look, today's one, this is not really going to blow anybody away. This is not like rocket science here, but it is one of those sneaky little things that we end up sort of letting just slip away, and it never really makes any difference in our lives, and I want you to change that. Because it's August, if you're watching this within reason of when I've posted it, and that means that most of you that get paid every other week are going to get an extra paycheck. I get this question a lot. A lot of our customers say, hey, I got an extra paycheck, but did I really make any more money? I mean, I make so much a year or I get so much an hour. I don't really get it. What should I do? Here's the problem. A lot of you that get paid every other week, you do end up with a couple extra paychecks. And August is one of them, if you're depending on your pay date, but August is probably going to be one of them. So the problem is we budget monthly. And any budgeting software that you use, you go, what's your monthly expenses? What do you spend on garbage? What do you spend on fun and bills and things like that? But we get an extra paycheck, right? So although we're budgeting monthly, we get paid every other week. We don't budget every other week. Most of us don't. I don't even know if there's software that does that, right? So we fall into this trap of thinking, yay, extra paycheck, and then it's gone. And then we spend the money, right? So what do you do here? If you're budgeting on a monthly basis, you've got 2 extra paychecks coming in a year. I want you to make a difference with those. And really, maybe this is more motivational than anything, but I want you to make a difference with those 2 extra paychecks. The first thing you're going to do is focus on debt, right? Good old debt. That's the first place I want you to spend that money. If you got paid $1,000 every other week and you've got that extra paycheck, then you owe somebody something, right? Somebody you owe some money to. Right? Go take that extra money and pay them off first. We don't want any problems with that. Next thing I want you to focus on is, you could probably guess it, your investments, right? You've got the future to think of. You've got your net worth to think of. You've got something you could invest for if you haven't already. If you go, Dustin, I paid off my debt. I've invested everything I need to invest. What's next? Now you focus on your dough, right? This is like the holy grail of the place that everybody wants to get with their finances, where you have a problem. You've got enough money everywhere else. What do you do with this money? What are you supposed to do? Do I grow my net worth? Do I save to buy a rental property? Do I invest in a business? Do I go do crowdfunding or whatever it may be? You now have that choice. So that's got to be your focus here. Now, when you invest that money, whether it's in the retirement category or whether it's in the dough category, I want you to think about something here. If you had an extra paycheck that came in, well, you are, right? You're going to have a couple extra paychecks. What if it was $1,000? All right, so let's say once a year you got an extra $1,000, and the other time you had the extra paycheck, you just blow it. Go to Disney World, have a good time, throw a party, do whatever you want. But once a year, you at least took that extra paycheck and you invested it, right? So in year number 1, you would invest it. Now let's say you don't even raise it, and the next year you say, okay, there's that extra paycheck again, let me invest it, right? It's simple. I mean, this is really simple. Let's just say you did that, no big deal. Let's assume, just say you made 8%. Some of you might say, oh, I probably wouldn't make that much. Some of you are going to think I could make a whole lot more than that, right? Let's say you did it for 15 years, and 15 years is going to go by before you know it, right? I had hair 15 years ago right up here. It's going away, right? So 15 years goes by quick. So let's say you did this for a total of 15 years. Why did I pick 15 years? Because that's the magic number. The magic number for you to have doubled your money with that return is 15 years. You would have put in, by the end of the 15 years, you would have put in, of course, $15,000. 8% return, your return would be $30,324, right? Not your return, your total value at that point. So you would have taken $15,000 and turned it into $30,324. From what? Where did that money really come from, right? Think about it. Where did the money actually come from? It sort of came out of thin air, right? It was sort of money that you weren't budgeting for because you budget monthly, but you get paid every 2 weeks. So it was sort of free money after tax, right? What about the return? That was extra money. Did we not just make $30,000 out of what was going to be nothing, right? So even if you said, I don't want to invest for retirement, I don't want to invest for my dough, I just want to invest so that at the end of 15 years, I put $1,000 away, and then I end up with $30,000, I didn't even expect it was going to happen, right? Think of that, right? These little things. Sometimes I see the videos where, people say, well, you get an extra paycheck and you should do this or that. Okay, let's just focus on it. Let's break it down and make it really, really simple. You get an extra paycheck, the freedom to do whatever you want with an extra paycheck. So make it count, but don't kill yourself. I know Dave Ramsey's going to say you pay off your debt every time that happens. All right, fine, but we're humans. We need to have a little fun. What if you took one of them and you paid off your debt, and you took the other one and you said, hey, I'm going to invest it so in 15 years, maybe I pay for my kid's first semester at school or first couple days at college. I don't know, right? $30,000 is not probably going to buy a whole lot. But the point is, you doubled your money. So we took something that was essentially extra, we then invested it and we doubled it, right? So think sometimes like that. And like I said, it's not going to really impress a whole lot of you today. It's really just a different way of thinking, right? It's not like I've given you something brand new to think about, but I hope it helps you in some way, right? Because what I try to do is help people with all of their dough, right? If they're one of our customers, their investments, of course, we take care of. We're going to take care of your personal finances, help you create a plan and everything. I want to make sure you make the most efficient use of every dollar that you have. And I'm really going to focus on that a lot with our customers coming up. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back later, 5 o'clock Eastern time. We do a show called The Closing Beat where we cover the stock market, all the geeky details of the stock market. I hope you'll join us with that. That's live on our YouTube channel, Jazz Wealth, and starts at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Maybe I'll see you then. Have a good day.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.